We got some big things coming.
Big things coming all over the place.
Diddy with 1,000 baby oil bottles. How do you even fit that many in a house, man?
It's a mansion.
Lunchly, a mrbeast product. It recently came out with Logan Paul and KSI. We got to talk about that because there's some like OG YouTubers that are involved in that. We got Sneeko and Andrew Tate.
Having a Jew off.
That's actually a crazy sentence. Out of context serial clip coming soon. Neon confirmed by a kick worker to be view botting, which is insane. We got Tyler Oliveira and Nick Johnson. Tyler Oliveira suing someone. He's the guy that was known for getting in a controversy. There's the word. Controversy with Brent Rivera, the Whitakers, the incestual family, and now he's getting in a controversy with Nick Johnson, who just seems to be some like middle-aged.
Who's the Whitakers?
They're the incest family. The family that's known for incest in Virginia.
Bro.
Did you not know that?
This is going to sound crazy, but I knew a kid with the last name in high school, Whitaker, and he was mentally disabled. You think he was related?
Yikes!
You think he was related? I didn't know that was a thing. Is that actually a thing?
Yeah, that specific person, yeah. Well, that specific family. I don't think Whitaker, everyone named Whitaker.
No. This Whitaker was mentally disabled.
Yikes!
Zoink scoops!
Okay, there's another kick streamer that is there's this kick champ, a Twitter account that is dedicated to women flashing on the Monkey app. I wish I could make this up. Or flashing on Twitch and ending their stream. I don't understand why they feel the need to push for this. I guess it gets views. But that's about all we can even touch up on that. I can't even show you anything about that. I can't talk about any of that. Oh, speaking of flashing,
actually, I was going to say the
Charlie Kirk on there.
Yeah, the Charlie Kirk, Vivek Ramaswamy
they got flashed during a debate.
In the middle of their video, they just get flashed.
I feel like this isn't even a problem with like left or right. It's just a problem of morals.
It's just
straight up morals.
I mean, yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's like I can't beat you in this argument, so I'm going to whip it out.
Love him or hate him, Charlie Kirk and Vivek are master debaters, and this girl flashed them. It's crazy.
It's crazy because they're master debaters.
Yeah.
So they were able to get their way out of it. They were to get off.
Leave it to a masturbator to get off. But yeah. It was actually weird. I think she was trying to just stun them by flashing them, and they were not impressed. Let's just say they weren't impressed.
They didn't even notice, I don't think.
No, neither of them noticed.
We'll have to watch.
That's got to be crazy when you're as a woman, you flash someone, and they don't notice.
The video is so funny, chat. You guys got to check this out. The video is funny because
she takes her right hand, puts it under her left nip, pulls it down all
and
the way.
the entire time they're just staring at her in the eyes, and they're in the middle of a conversation while she's doing this. And then after they didn't stop talking or anything. They literally just say their stuff, and then she's like,
"Sorry,
I'm sorry, I'm nervous." And she like can't respond.
I'm so nervous I did pop a titty.
Well, it's like she knows what? She thought that would stun them and it didn't, so she didn't pay attention, so she doesn't know how to respond.
It's such a weird thing to do.
And then she deflects the topic, which is just like
such a Disney thing to do with The Incredibles 3. Deflecting from the clear issues that they're having with the Marvel Universe, the clear issues that they're having monetarily. I mean,
I guess they're both Disney. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, it's not hard to see that Marvel, or not Marvel, Disney as a company is going downhill.
I would agree.
People are caring less and less about Disney. Specifically Marvel products, specifically Pixar products. People are seeing things that Sony is creating, like Into the Spider-Verse.
And that's awesome.
Which is
Everyone
Marvel
loves it.
And a giant Pixar competitor. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves how the movie looks. It doesn't have the Pixar realism that they are so known for. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have all that stuff. And
it's amazing a story. I mean,
amazing story. It's beautiful story. Really beautiful artwork. Beautiful. You can tell that the people
they care, bro. They
cared, but also it seems like at least Sony actually cares about their employees too.
And what is Disney doing? They don't care about their customer base. They made that clear. They're hiring AI to do some of their animation. Mm-hmm. They're in. It's easy when your animations are all the same for all of your movies, but it's like, as Disney,
like people watch who watched Elementals.
I
didn't.
Yeah,
I even thought that Soul,
I don't even know what it's about.
The movie, was an interesting concept, but I didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch it either. But I think what I want to say about Elementals, you know what's crazy, is that the movie failed miserably,
It did.
but they didn't make another Disney movie for 3 or 4 months after its release, so it was the only one in theaters, and it ended up being one of the number one most watched Disney films in theaters, which is crazy. And it's literally just because they had no other output, so there was nothing for kids to watch.
Yeah, it's
a
crazy.
crazy little fact you want to throw in there. However, if you look at the effort put into it,
There was none.
there was little to none.
It was
And
boring.
It's the same corny.
Under-delivered.
And if you look at old Disney products, bro, you got so many classics. So many classics. in
And
old
that's
Disney.
why they're reaching into their bag of classics to pull out a trequel.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're doing with
Incredibles
It's a
3.
prequel?
It's a trequel.
Oh, a trequel. Okay.
Like the third.
Yeah,
movie.
I get you.
Yeah.
And it's
A
it's a little
trilogy,
bit
a
absurd.
trequel.
It's
whatever.
definitely a cash grab, which Disney is good at. They're really
great
good at
crash
that.
grab. And I won't lie.
Well, they
I'm
do it a
gonna
lot,
go
at
watch
least.
Incredibles 3.
I will too.
I'm gonna.
They
Just
got
like
me.
I watched
They
Inside
done
Out
grabbed it.
2.
I haven't watched Inside Out 2. Was it good?
It is pretty good actually.
I've heard.
It's pretty good. But I
But in
didn't really-
general, let's look at Disney. They
Inside Out was set up for a sequel though. To be fair,
You
they
think?
were set up for a sequel.
Kind of.
Because there was a puberty thing.
Yeah, I
It
remember
was
at
set
the
up for a
end.
sequel,
Okay,
which
that's
I'm
fair.
okay with. It took a couple of years. It seemed like they set it up for a sequel and they wanted to
When
do a
they
sequel
wait
either
that
way.
long, you have to question if it's real or not, bro.
Yeah,
And I feel like
true.
that's the same because Incredibles 1 to 2 didn't it have like a 10-year difference?
I don't actually know. Incredibles 1 and 2. Let me look it up while you're talking.
Yeah, Incredibles 1 versus 2 had. I mean, I don't know if it was 10 years, but it's a big jump in time. And this, if you look at the second to third one, it's not nearly as long. That makes me feel like they were like, okay, we
Yeah,
brought back the
2018.
second one. Was it more than 10 years?
Yeah, it was 14.
14 years apart. That tells me they looked at the second one and its success, and they were like, okay, we can just do this again. It's been
I don't know why I
6 years since then.
I think-
7 years probably
I
since
don't
the
know how I
release.
didn't put together that they were a 14-year age. Like a
Yeah,
jump.
yeah.
Like, because I
It's
know
crazy.
for a fact that I watched Incredibles as a kid.
hmm
I mean, ultimately,
I watched the sequel when it came into theaters.
What I would have wanted to see is something like Toy Story, where they made 1, 2, and 3 within like the same 6 to 8 year period.
And that was sick.
It was awesome.
And they were all really good. And then when they brought out 4, everyone's like,
Mid.
I mean, I'll watch it, but like, just because it's Toy Story. But like, we all knew what they're doing, and now they're doing a
Mid-City
Toy
in the
Story
city.
5. You know that? You know that?
They're doing
Black
Toy Story
Beatles.
5. Mid city in the city. I don't know. I've always, yeah, I don't know, but I'm not interested in Toy Story 5 realistically.
It's absurd too. I think all this stuff is just a cash grab. And they'll do these sequels. Their original ideas aren't good. So what happens when their original ideas aren't good and they don't sell? Oh, let's just go grab one of our classics and make it a sequel, and everyone will go watch it. And we do.
Yeah. Speaking of a sequel, Neon faked his death again.
It's true. That was a good transition. It's true. Well, it's not in the same exact way. He kind of like said, "Hey, I'm deathly ill. I'm going to die soon." And then
Weirdo.
obviously, guess what, guys? He wasn't.
And guess what else he got exposed for right after? By a Kick employee. He was exposed for botting.
View botting.
Roughly
surprised?
30,000 viewers, which is a
No one's
crazy
surprised,
amount.
bro.
That's
No
like a third of his viewing base.
That is crazy, bro.
That's a third of it.
Are you surprised though?
I'm not surprised. No, I thought he was view botting since the start. We know that Jack Doherty is. I mean, that stuff has come out for a while.
When I hear that motherfucker's name, I lose my shit.
Yeah, they're both the same person. One is just a scrawny kid, and the other one is just a scrawny kid that flexes.
Yeah. I would say Neon puts on the persona of being humble.
Yeah.
Jack Doherty is just stupid. I think Neon almost like recognizes
that what he's doing
what
is
he's doing is wrong.
forever and-
Jack Doherty like doesn't know, but they both do it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know it does make sense. It makes perfect sense, and I think that both of them are weird. But
I think they have completely different personalities, but they kind of
will
do the
say
same thing fundamentally.
I think I respect Neon more than Jack Doherty.
I would agree 100%.
I also respect Neon because Neon was going to have a boxing match with Aiden Ross. I don't know if you remember that.
I knew they were kind of beefing, even though
basically
Aiden Ross
confirmed.
made his whole come up, right?
And Neon was training for it. He was ready for it. It's a 30-pound or like a 30 or 40-pound difference. Aiden Ross is bigger than him.
Yeah.
And like he was told by everyone to not do it. And he was going to do it anyways. And Aiden Ross pulled out, which is crazy. And it kind of gives me a little bit more respect for Neon because he was angry when he pulled out too. It wasn't like a, whew, I am finally escaped those allegations.
Right.
I don't have to fight him anymore. He was like, well, you want to call me out? You want to say all this bad stuff on my name, and then you want to pull out?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's messed up.
Also, like as Aiden,
that was the Aiden Ross L.
I would agree, and like I kind of like Aiden. sometimes.
He
I
has
think
some-
some of his stuff is stupid.
He
Is
has some
absurd.
stuff that he pushes the boundaries and he's really good at doing. Like the Trump interview was
Well,
awesome.
It was cool that he was
And
able to do that.
interesting to see Trump talk to somebody who is not necessarily a political guy at all.
And he showed him Field Trip by Kanye West.
Yeah, which is kind of funny.
Which
and
is
hilarious.
insane.
But like, and then there's also, you know, like the interviews that he's done with people.
Yeah, his interviews are cool. Or
His
if you
interviews
look
with
at
rappers.
if you look at all these streamers, modern day streamers, streamers over the last couple of years, they all say like they're like, well, who do you look up to when you're doing this? Almost all of them say Aiden Ross, because if you look at classic Aiden Ross, he is the foundation for what making streaming what it is today.
Literally.
He is the foundation for this type of streaming. And it's insane because now people are like, oh, he's washed. Like he's like super political. He's this, he's that. He's addicted to lean. He is. But whatever, right? If you gotta, I'm stalling. You gotta think about lock in. You gotta think about his success and what he's done over
Impact
the
on the
years.
game.
Yeah.
How does this impact Aiden Ross's legacy?
How does it impact streaming legacy?
Really,
Brody's a
seriously
direct impact.
I think that honestly, Aiden Ross probably he definitely has an impact on me even.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
I watched Aiden Ross pretty consistently, I'd say, and I think
He's
it
an innovator.
impacted the way that I stream and how I can stream, and the popularity of streaming.
Boundary
I think that
breaker
Ninja
for sure.
was the first to make streaming popular. Aiden Ross defined what streaming is, and Kai Cenat is taking both of those to the fullest right now.
In the modern era, I would agree.
The big three.
It's
just
the big three of it. I think also there's like this is I think like this is like a cultural relevance thing we can bring up too. If we can compare it to like how our society views these people, because a lot of people are like, oh, like if you talk about Aiden Ross now, people immediately like are just like phase you out, like I'm not gonna listen. It's kind of like the same idea. Like I want to, because the reason I want to mention this is you can look at people who have done great things. So like we were just talking about Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk is not a perfect person by any means. I don't even like him that much. I don't know much about him. But you got to be able to look at someone's legacy and respect the things that they've brought about. If there's huge boundary-breaking innovations that they've made, you got to be able to look at that and say, that's impressive. And a lot of times, people will be like, oh, well, I feel like ignorant people do this a lot. They'll be like, oh, I disagree with what you're saying now or what you're doing now, so I'm going to completely disregard everything and all these innovations you've ever done and all your accomplishments. That happens all the time.
Separate the art from
the artist. Exactly. They say that with
3, 2, 1. He
kissed
kissed
his sister. I was not ready for that. I did not know what he was gonna say.
No, I was trying to make it funny. I'd add a touch of spice.
That was a throwback. That was a touch of spice.
That's what I was finna say. That's what I was finna say.
That's it.
John Stockton. That's what I was finna say.
Don't pass my body.
But anyways, do you have anything more to add other than the impact that Andrew Tate had on Aiden Ross?
Oh well, if I was going to talk, he actually had a huge impact, and that's why a lot of people don't like him. But is that even what we want to talk about? I feel like he's jiggling his legs, guys. He's excited to bring up this next topic, I think.
I'm doing turbulence under the table right now.
You guys can't see. Under the table turbulence.
Under the table turbulence right now. But basically, Sneeko and Andrew Tate had a big beef that happened, and it was kind of crazy. Basically,
big.
Sneeko and Andrew Tate, I would say ultimately Sneeko started the beef. Andrew Tate, roundabout of what he said white supremacists are correct. Quoting, I'm not saying this, YouTube. It's not me.
Also, let's keep in mind that Andrew Tate is half black.
Well, yeah, he is hybrid, according to himself.
Whoa,
He says
okay.
hybrid.
I was gonna say, I would never.
He calls himself
I was like, that's
a
some
hybrid.
crazy terminology if you're gonna use the word hybrid.
Yeah, that's what he calls himself. He says, I'm the peak of human evolution. I am a hybrid. That's what he says.
All right.
Which is
Get over yourself,
true,
man.
I guess. I don't know. I think that ultimately mixed race people are better than non-mixed race people. It's just like dogs.
You collect the attributes.
Yeah, you collect the best attributes of everything, and ultimately it is the better. I think it is better.
That's just
Not
evolution,
that,
baby.
But again, I'm not going to say that one race is better than the other. I think ultimately a culmination of all people working together is the best. And that's what I'm trying to say by this. But anyways, he says white supremacists are correct because technically, if you have a country that is all white, you will never have a black baby. But if you have a country that starts allowing immigrants, then you will eventually turn more brown. And that's just how things work. And that's how things work.
That's true, but why does that matter?
It's stupid. There was no reason to say that. He just starts saying it because he's saying.
But did he say why that matters?
He didn't say that. Why that
okay,
matters.
so
he just said that it was
he's
correct.
just stating.
And so what Sneeko said is he said saying the phrase "white supremacists are correct" is not Muslim.
Yeah, and that's
no
a fair
matter
point.
what you say, it is not a Muslim thing to say.
That's a fair point.
And so he says it's not a Muslim thing to say, and then he ends it off with "you're Jewish." Which is just an absolutely stupid thing to say.
That's an alt-right. That's just an alt-right insult.
It's a racist insult, is what it is.
Exactly,
it's
but like that's
racist.
what like that sort of what's it called? That sort of group kind of that's the type of insult they would cultivate.
Yeah, it's a stupid insult, and I don't like it, and it's just dumb in general. That's using somebody's race against them, which is just as bad in my opinion as what Andrew Tate said. But continuing, Andrew Tate basically comes back with, there's a reason I stopped talking to you. It's because you're a loser. Like, I don't talk to you anymore because you're a loser. I don't have you in my circle because you're a loser. And Sneeko says, well, this is just stupid what you're doing, saying that I'm a loser whenever I've always supported you and defended you.
He said even when you were in prison, I was the first person to say, hey, he didn't do it, is one of the things.
Yeah, you're calling a fan, or not a fan, but somebody who agrees with you a lot, a loser.
Stood by you, kind of.
It's dumb to do that. I'm trying to help you with your religion. Ultimately, it wasn't phrased as that. But
that's kind of what he was trying to do.
And that's basically what he says. He said, this is stupid. This is childish. And Andrew Tate says back, he basically says, if I wanted to end Sneeko's career, I could. And so Sneeko says, if you tried to end my career, I win either way. Because you believe that I'm enough of a threat to your content and your everything that you would try to end my career, people would side with me. And then he said, if you did actually end my career, then I'm a martyr and I'm happy and I'll be able to go to heaven, is basically what he said.
Damn, okay.
So he said, either way, I'm standing up for what I believe in and you're ending something, and that's all there is to it. And then on top of that, a day later, Sneeko says, I'm ending the beef because I don't want to beef with a Muslim brother. So,
does Tate respond?
Tate has responded, but at that point, I don't. Sneeko already ended the beef. Mm-hmm. There's been a stream announced where they're going to stream together again. And so ultimately, I think the beef is over. But it's just crazy because I think, though Sneeko kind of started the beef in a certain situation, he also ended
it's more of he called him out.
He called him out.
I wouldn't say that's even starting beef. I think
Not
it's kind of like he said. I think he saw his buddy and was trying to call him out on bad behavior.
Yeah, you're Jewish.
In his own
like a
weird,
fighting word.
In his own weird kind of way.
Yeah, in his own weird way, you'd think he was being supportive and kind of, but like I mean, Andrew Tate insulted Sneeko's religion during this all by saying just because you've been to the Saudis doesn't make you more Muslim than me. Mm-hmm. That's a big thing. I forgot to touch up on that. That's a big thing that Andrew Tate said about Sneeko, which is just mean, ultimately.
And it was an
That's like saying
thing.
Me as a Christian, if I go to Israel to go to the holy ground where Jesus died, it like somebody saying, and like I came back like more invigorated.
So I think that there is one major difference though. Is that in Islam they have to go to Mecca if they're able to? They have to take a pilgrimage to Mecca. We don't have to go to Jesus.
I would argue that if we're able to, we should. Though.
I agree, but it's not like if you have the opportunity to and you don't go as a Muslim, it's like I could be completely wrong on this, but I think you are literally not allowed in paradise.
That might be true.
I think that's true. I know at least it's a sin. I believe
it's
haram.
Yeah, it's
haram.
Is that offensive?
What, haram?
Yeah,
haram. To say haram?
Like to say it like that? I don't know. If
I'm just rolling the R.
I really don't know.
What if I was Hispanic and I just said haram?
But you're not Hispanic.
Yo. Oh, he got me, chat. What if I was okay? No, but like, is it racist to roll R's?
No, I'm just saying I don't know how haram or Like I know there's certain words that like I don't know if it's like it's saying the Lord's name in vain type beat.
You can say haram as a
Okay.
non-Muslim.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
I was actually asking a question from ignorance, not like.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought you
no,
were
I was
like,
quite
okay,
literally
my
asking
bad.
a question
Oh
from
no, I
ignorance.
don't think it's a sin at all.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be racist either.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know. But anyways, let's
cleared that
just
one
finish
up.
about the Andrew
We cleared
Tate
that one
stuff.
up pretty quick,
We'll
chat.
talk about the Lunchly Mr. Beast products because that's important, and we were supposed to touch up that on that first, and then we ended up not doing that. He's holding one of his nipples. What are you doing? Are you trying to make that earbud fall?
It's about to fall. So
His earbud's about to fall out of his right ear, and he's got his hand out ready to catch it. And he caught it. That was a good segment.
So about Lunchly.
Yeah. So I'll explain the situation real fast in a brief overview, and I can I want to hear your thoughts on it. So basically,
I would love to hear.
Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, KSI release a product that is a competitor to Lunchables. It is clearly not hard to beat Lunchables. They have been known for having terrible food for a long time. So Lunchly makes a marginal improvement on it, making it just barely better, and they get a lot of flack for it because everybody realizes, hey, yes, this is better than Lunchables, but it's marginally better than Lunchables, and you're still feeding kids crap.
And
so,
also, we should probably specify that it's a collab kind of product between Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI.
yes, Prime Feastables, and Lunchly is now their new product. That goes
Prime
along with
Feastables
that.
and like Lunchable like food. All the meals are the exact same as like the main 4-ish Lunchable meals.
And their announcement trailer is quite literally them comparing the two.
It exactly is that.
And like they'll like, it's kind of gross the way they compare it too, because they're like Lunchables, ew, and then they like throw it at the wall, and then they're like Lunchly, yeah.
It's kind of the same thing they did with Hershey's, to be honest.
And it's like super targeted towards kids.
Yeah, I would agree.
Super targeted towards kids. And so dantdm calls it out. He's like, this is garbage. Why are you targeting this
you're
crap
promoting this
food
garbage.
to kids when the Lunchables is already crap food? Why would you try to remake that?
And
Make
KSI
it marginally better.
responds to that.
So does Logan Paul and KSI.
Actually, all three of them actually responded to it. Mr. Beast responded as well.
Well,
KSI responded first, is why I wanted to mention it.
Uh-huh.
KSI's response is a little, I would say, aggressive in a sense, because he's basically like, all right, pal, what are you talking about? You literally did the same. Yeah, he's like, you did the exact same thing, and he shows that he talks about dantdm having a YouTuber like a tuber Minecraft figurine.
Yeah, it's a
from way
YouTube's.
back when.
YouTube's.
Well, no,
That's
he
what
has more than just that though. Because they back in the day they used to have like YouTube Minecraft characters. It was like a brand. It's called like TubeCraft or something, or it's like MineTubers, something like that. But they would have figures that are like obviously Minecraft characters, but it's not officially. And it's like dantdm, Scott is Minecraft, pedophile, and all these other sorts of people, and they're tubers, and he basically like talked about all these products in his YouTubes and saying like, oh, we're promoting garbage products to kids, huh? Well, isn't that exactly what you were doing? But he says it in a less nice way than that.
Yeah, and I also think it's a different thing. Lunchly is a recurring buy.
It's a
where you
food
buy
product,
it
yeah.
every day.
One's a
and
toy.
also, we should talk about real fast. It is double the price of Lunchables.
That's
Lunchables
crazy.
are $2. Lunchly is $4. It's a marginal improvement that is not worth a $2 upcharge, which is also another reason it's been getting flack. But anyways, dantdm gets called out for that by KSI. A toy is not a garbage product. I gotta say that real fast. If toys are garbage products, then you could say the fidget spinners entirely are stupid,
And a toy to a
anybody who
kid?
promoted fidget spinners are stupid. And guess what KSI did in 2017 YouTube Rewind? He was playing with the fidget spinner. He was playing with a toy.
And the thing about it, and the thing about like that is like that could last a kid years.
Yeah, no, it's a one-time purchase that is probably $10, and it lasts.
Lunchly is
forever.
bad for your lunch. I don't want to get ahead of myself because I don't know the nutrition facts of Lunchly, but like let's say a Lunchable or like that sort of product is going to be bad for your health
because it's prepackaged meat, prepackaged cheese, and prepackaged crackers.
Exactly. It's and
matter
it's, and
what,
not just
you can't-
it's American cheese.
And you can't
So
necessarily
it's-
make that good.
If you guys know anything about American cheese, it's not really cheese
No,
for the
it's
most
not.
part.
It's
And that's
cheese-
the type of stuff.
And that's one thing they point out too. Now that I'm thinking about it,
What?
they point out cheese product in Lunchables.
Do they call theirs
And
cheese?
And they call theirs cheese.
Okay, so it must be technically cheese.
So it's technically a higher percentage
There's
of cheese.
yeah.
But also, at the same time, who the hell decides what a cheese product is versus a cheese?
The government, the FDA.
Which is like just such a random spot to do though too.
Well,
I don't know.
I feel like that's a good thing. We
It is a
we
good
kind of
thing,
need that. I mean,
but also
I feel like there should be
we
more
should say
regulation.
100% cheese is cheese. And if it's anything other than 100% cheese, then it's not cheese. You get what I'm saying?
See, but let's take pepper jack then, because there's peppers in it, so it wouldn't be 100% cheese.
So it's a different type of cheese subcategory. The cheese
We're not
mix.
ready for the cheese revolution, bro.
We're not ready for the cheese revolution. You like cheese.
We're not-
One of my mods. Anyways, though, basically,
That was dumb as
Jacksepticeye
fuck.
follows what the. Do you
The
like-
no, not that. No.
Oh, the cheese
Just the whole
revolution?
cheese thing.
we love cheese.
Cheese revolution.
But anyways. Okay, but like
Lock
what I
in.
was gonna say is that basically, Lunchly is like not a good improvement. Dantdm called out. Jacksepticeye supports Dantdm. Almost the entirety of the internet supports Dantdm because Logan Paul's a scammer and KSI.
scammer.
Logan Paul's a known scammer at this point.
Oh, we didn't
KSI
even
is
talk
not
about
a
their
known
responses.
scammer. What?
Beast and Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Logan Paul's response. Logan Paul's response was basically that
Hogwash.
yeah,
It was
his entire
balderdash.
response was stupid. He responded to DanTDM and it was just like an annoyance really. It was an extreme annoyance to more than anything else. I didn't like his response whatsoever. He just does some stupid stuff and quotes an article that actively goes against his own brand. I don't know how to exactly
You go to
show.
replies.
Yeah, well, I can see this here. So he basically talks about how Lunchly is better than Lunchables, and that's what he's talking about. And he says nobody
go.
even cared about Lunchables until now. Like, why are you not talking about Lunchables? Well, the honest truth is that DanTDM has no room to talk about Lunchables, but he does have room to talk about a YouTuber
YouTubers,
brand,
yeah. That is
which is just a stupid. I think it's a stupid argument entirely. I don't necessarily have the utmost. How would Logan Paul have any more room to talk about Lunchables?
Then
Just because he made a product? It's doctors that should be talking about Lunchables. And the actual article that Logan Paul quotes in a reply to the community notes that are fact checking his fact that Lunchly is better than Lunchables talks about Lunchables being banned from the National School Lunch Program for high amounts of sodium and lead. But if you look into the nutrition facts of Lunchables versus Lunchly, Prime has a larger sodium count than Lunchables juice
because
packs.
of the electrolytes in the.
So the very article that he quoted is going against his own product, and I don't even think he read the article because I read the article from start to finish. It has high amounts of lead, high amounts of sodium. What has Prime been sued for? High amounts of lead and high amounts of sodium. This is something that commonly happens in the food industry. And do I think that Prime is going to have a huge negative impact on your child? Not necessarily, unless they're drinking it in excess. Do I think that Lunchables is going to have a high impact on your child? Not necessarily, unless they're eating it in excess. The point is, everything is moderation. Everything in excess is bad. And I don't think Logan Paul even realizes that, or he does. I mean, probably he does realize this, but he instead wants to make some money from it. And food is an easy way to make money because it's a recurring purchase.
And the nachos are the best ones too.
What?
The Lunchables, the nachos. You ever have the nachos, the Lunchable?
Yeah.
I've been excited to try the Lunchly nachos to see if they're as good as the Lunchables nachos.
Well, they're not using nacho cheese too. They're using queso, which is different. They actually
It's
compare
better.
the two.
That's better.
It is better.
It's better for you at least. It's
It's
usually
definitely
tastes
better for you. Nacho cheese
Nacho-
is like.
Dude, I thought you meant Robin Williams. And I
imagine-
was like, he's dead. So she was like 70.
You started playing a
I
clip.
did that play on the mic?
Yeah, because you tapped your thing. Yeah, they.
No, it played in the thing.
Yeah, they heard that you were talking about Robin Williams dying.
I didn't do that.
Dude, I
that
thought you
don't
meant
sound like
Robin
me.
Williams, and I
Imagine-
was like, he's dead. So she was
That sounds like your voice.
No,
That sounds like your voice for
I
sure.
don't think that was me. I don't.
But yeah, anyways, talking about Lunchly, you said Mr. Beast responded. I haven't been able to see that.
I'm pretty sure he did.
On Twitter, he did not. If you look at his Twitter page,
It wasn't.
he
It wasn't.
hasn't
Did
said
you check the
anything.
replies?
I can check. Yeah, I can check with
Or
replies.
you could just look up Mr. Beast. Lunchly.
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
Lunchables sells.
There's a reply on Drum Alert. This is his first tweet since the Ava Tyson thing happened. So he wants to talk about freaking Lunchly, but he doesn't want to talk about pedophiles. Literal pedophiles in his camp. Mr. Beast would rather talk about lunch food for children. This is stupid.
He knows a lot about children, huh?
Clearly.
Arthur-
Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units. This is me quoting Mr. Beast. And countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes, which means more sodium, by the way, because electrolytes are a good
Sodium.
word. So electrolytes, good word.
Sodium, bad
word. Why do people are stupid, bro? It's the same thing. It's the same fart, just a different butt. But anyway. He said we use real cheese and they use cheese product. They can't call it cheese. Higher quality meat, etc. I would like to see.
Obviously-
First off, I would like to see a something saying that it is higher quality meat as well. Like a
Well, that's
study
why
saying-
I'm
they
waiting
just
for the
say that.
nutrition facts to come out. Is what I was saying.
There's
for
some
to talk
nutrition
about it
facts,
more.
but not enough.
It
needs to
just
be-
gives
it
it
needs
just
to
gives
hit stores.
calories, protein, stuff like that. We need the whole shebang. We need the
do.
ingredients list.
Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact that the third ingredient in Prime is D-potassium phosphate, which is a big ass word. Let's just say that it's a large word, and most people don't even know what that is. But it is very negative impacts on your health. Let's just say that.
Let's just say one of those.
But continuing,
Obviously,
obviously eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier. But if
But
someone's gonna have
eat
a pre-made meal
like this, which
you got this one.
millions of people do through Lunchables.
Then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price, which it's $2 more, that's not the same price. Maybe that's the same price to a millionaire like you, but it is not the same price to a regular person.
And he didn't say that. That was Brody adding that in, just so you guys know.
Yeah, he said that in quotes, actually. No, he didn't.
Isn't that good? And why we launched Lunchly?
Also, as we get economies of scale, things will get cheaper, and we will be the only
I'll finish.
improving
Product and more.
heart emoji. But yeah, basically,
In the top comment.
the top comment is, if you release this project, I will KMS.
Oh, that's crazy. That's a bold claim. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
It's
I
just
busted
weird.
out laughing. I just busted everywhere.
he did bust a lot.
Oh my
man.
gosh. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I was not ready. I just busted everywhere.
Yeah, I think that it's stupid. I think that, yes, you're making a better product than Lunchables, but Lunchables is a terrible product, so it's very easy to do. Mr. Beast tweet in response is kind of just stupid. Ultimately, you know what you can buy for, $10 and have food for a month?
Good meal.
You can buy turkey, real cheese, and a loaf of bread for under $20 and have food for a month at lunchtime, which is going to be, guess what?
Well,
Not
bread don't-
200 calories for the entire day.
Bread don't usually last a month before getting moldy, do it?
It absolutely can, yeah. You put it in the fridge.
If you put it in the freezer.
Yeah, you'd be fine if you put it in the
We
fridge.
freeze that dog sometimes. That
But yeah,
jog.
so if you do that, obviously that's also assuming that you have a fridge, which is a normal thing in most households. That right there, you have food for a month. and it's not just 200 calories. It's a full
good
meal,
meal.
which is 500 calories. Here's
And
the
it's
thing.
better for you.
People
See,
want to act like it's a normal thing to do to send your kid with only a Lunchables to school for the whole day. They are going on 200 to 300 calories for an entire day. That's not good for that child. Less calories doesn't mean better.
Yeah, and that's a misconception in the U.S.
It's a giant misconception. Yes, macros are important. To a child, are macros really that important? No.
As
they
long as
just
you're not
need to be getting their
extremely
food.
over or under feeding your child.
That's the honest truth. I mean,
They need to be eating healthy,
eating
not
and eating
and
things
not
that
based
are
on
natural
caloric
products.
intake. Yeah,
Is it important for them to eat veggies, meat, and dairy?
They should be getting
Studies say
vitamins.
yes.
They should be getting vitamins and all sorts of and protein, all sorts of stuff they need to grow.
But
in
getting
best way possible.
super in on the sugars that they're eating and getting super in on the calories they're eating is not necessarily a positive thing. As long as they're eating
Especially
enough
when you start micromanaging.
to be full and you're having them outside working out, they're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be fine. That's the honest truth. And hyperfixating on these small little macros in Lunchly versus Lunchables is stupid. If you want to give your child a healthy meal at lunch, don't spend double the price. Spend triple the price and actually get food for a month. And in the long run, you're going to be spending less money even. Maybe a little bit more work for putting together the sandwiches, but you're going to be spending less time. You could even make your kid do it for all I care. Your kid can make a sandwich. It's not hard. I think quite literally a toddler could do it.
Yeah. Oh.
Make a sandwich if they have all the ingredients in front of them.
Oh, I think they could figure it out.
Yeah.
I think
100%. Because they're figuring out how to put a Lunchables together. It's a couple you put a cracker down. You put a meat down. You put the cheese down. You put a cracker down. You're done. That's all it is. You could even do the same thing as Lunchables with Ritz crackers, and your child will probably enjoy that too.
Yeah, I would agree. I've done that before.
And Ritz
Back in the day,
crackers
my ass was
are
cooking in
not
the
as
kitchen.
perishable.
My ass was cooking in the kitchen back in the day, making them
Dude,
things.
one of my favorite snacks of all time, Ritz crackers with peanut
snackers.
butter.
That's a banger.
It's so good.
Bro, bang.
And you don't even have to have Ritz crackers. You can get the more healthier alternative for that as well, which is going to be better than Lunchly, which has a million preservatives in it, because there's no way it sits in a little plastic bin and doesn't get some problems with it.
The FBI confiscated 1,000 bottles of baby lube from Diddy's home.
Baby lube is a crazy way to say that. But what the hell are you going to do with 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
That is weird.
I
I
haven't bought a new thing of baby oil since I was a child. I've been using the same bottle.
Well, it was lube and baby oil. That's why I accidentally said baby lube.
Baby lube.
I did not mean to say-
man.
Although it was Diddy.
Yeah, free Diddy. I mean,
Whoa!
What the hell
Whoa!
did I just?
Oh, what the? Okay, actually, we need to free Diddy into the fiery pits of hell, brother.
Honestly, yeah.
Because
open the fiery gates.
for real, bro is. I mean,
He's a terrible person.
horrible, and it's crazy that they're just now getting him. They've
Yeah.
known for
Dude.
so long. They've had to know for so long. It's absurd.
I see so many TikToks. They're like, his attorney, and it's like, you said how many baby oil bottles? Said how many? Like, what are you gonna do with that other than host a freak off?
And that's exactly what he
Which
did.
is literally what he did. He hosted a freak off. I thought Gen Z was freaky, and then I realized Diddy was Gen X. Who's the real ones? I listen to Eminem now. I listen to Eminem in the car at full blast. I am now a Gen Xer. I'm no longer a Gen Zer, and Diddy is Gen Z.
He is.
Skibbity Riz, baby.
Had to throw that one in there.
Yeah,
The
I had
Skibbity
to. I
Riz,
had
baby.
to. But
Skibbity
dude,
Riz,
yeah,
baby.
freak offs is a crazy name for that. He could have at least done something
is.
like formal get together,
In the reports, formal get together.
not freak off.
And the reports are saying that he would have multiple day long, like 3-day long orgies
You mean
at his
freak offs?
home.
Freak offs.
That's what the freak off. Sorry, freak
You
off.
can't say the O word.
Oh, you can't?
Freak off.
Can you not say the O word on YouTube?
I don't know if you can or not, but I don't want to test that mug.
Ogres.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party. But basically, yeah, dude, Diddy is crazy. Diddy's insane. He's definitely going to jail for
And
a
also,
long
bro,
time.
something
Jennifer Lopez might even be involved in this.
I've heard about that too. She has a picture with like every major pedophile in the last few years,
Basically,
except
yeah,
for Chris Tyson. But anyways,
and Sky does Minecraft.
something that we should talk about with Diddy in Sky's Minecraft is do you think he groomed Bieber and Usher?
A lot of people say that.
That's
A lot of
what
people
word
also
around the
say
house
that
is?
he groomed Corey. What's his last name? Corey. There's two different Corys that exist that they made
In the house.
documentaries. They made documentaries.
The guy in the house,
Yeah,
Corey in the house.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Diddy touched Corey in his house.
Wait, I'm so confused. What are you saying? I don't,
Corey in the house, the show.
Yeah, there's like a guy named Corey. My mom, dude,
Was that
I've
the
been
right
talking
Corey?
about this. I don't know if it's the right Corey. We should probably just not talk about this Corey person anymore.
Yeah, let's ixnay the Corey. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, we'll just get
I
rid
thought
of
you
that
were
for
going.
now.
I thought. I'm
I
sorry.
forgot
I
his
didn't mean to
last
take that
name,
from you.
and if I don't know his last name, then I feel like it's not credible information because I clearly haven't researched it.
That's
enough.
fair.
But yeah, basically Diddy's cooked.
I think yeah. Well, no. But do you think he groomed them? You didn't respond. You just said people have been saying that. He spent 48 hours with Justin Bieber alone at the age of 15.
Yeah, that's weird. There's no shot that nothing.
And
happened.
then have you seen that years later he it was like Justin Bieber's birthday or something, and Diddy met up with them again, and he was like, "Hey, now why haven't you been responding to my messages?" And then Justin Bieber was like, "Oh, I guess maybe my team hasn't been forwarding them to me. I don't know what's going on." And he's like, "Well, I need your number." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll have to give you my number."
Usher.
He's like 16. It's like at his 16th birthday or something. Oh, and then Usher, he's the legal guard. Diddy's the legal guardian of Usher. I saw that on a tweet somewhere. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. After that Super Bowl, I haven't not been able to look.
I
at
haven't
Usher
heard
the
about
same.
Usher. He's freaky Super Bowl.
Yeah, Usher is also a freaky guy.
That's why Diddy's his dad. Oh, that makes
Usher-
sense.
Usher and Diddy have been having years-long freak off.
And you know who else
Years
had a
long.
freak off with Diddy? Meek Mill.
Really?
Yeah, apparently he was eating Meek Mill's booty.
Oh yeah, I know about that actually. I don't know why I said really. I do know about this. It was
And
for the sake of the
several other
podcast.
rappers. Several other rappers.
Guys, did you even know that we don't even have a podcast? We're pretending. This is all just a clip. We're
Did he?
pretending to have a podcast. We're just pretending
This
this
is a
whole
clip.
time. This is just a clip. These aren't
none of
even
this
real
stuff is
mics.
real.
These aren't even real